Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to do a quick video today about the parable of the 10 virgins. Now, I know a lot of people argue about this parable, about who it's for, what it's about. It's for the Jews only. It's for the Christians only. I'm just gonna give you my interpretation of it, and if you have a different one, that's cool, that's fine. I just want to share what I see in this parable. So I'm going to read it first and then just kind of give a few thoughts on it. Okay, so this is Matthew 25. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps, and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose, and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there be not enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell, and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came. And they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. Afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. To really understand this parable, I think you have to kind of understand a little bit about the customs of Jesus, like the Jesus culture when it came to weddings. It was not like ours. So with Galilean weddings, they actually would have a betrothal where the groom would basically tell the bride everything that he was going to do for her, and she would either agree or disagree with going forward with the marriage. If she agreed, then they were then betrothed, which is kind of like engagement. And so then the groom, this is just a really quick overview. You can really get deep into this stuff, and it's really cool. The groom would then go away. He would go to his father's house and build onto his father's house a place where they would live. And so she would wait for him, and during waiting for her groom to come and get her, she would get prepared by creating her wedding dress and just preparing for the wedding. And then when it came to about a year later, she knew that he would be coming soon. She didn't know when, but she knew it would be soon. So she would then sleep in her wedding attire. So her and her bridesmaids would sleep in the wedding attire. So when he came, they would all be ready to go at a moment's notice. Because when the procession comes through, you have to get in line with everyone else. And when you get to the father's house, they shut the door for 7 days for the feast, for the wedding feast, and no one else is allowed in. And so if you miss that processional, you're out of luck. You're locked out. You're not getting in. So if you take that knowledge of how weddings were performed in Galilean culture and apply it to this, it makes a tad bit more sense. So one thing I do want to point out is a lot of people say, well, the foolish virgins lost their salvation. That's not true, because the oil represents the Holy Spirit. The wise had oil for their lamps, and the unwise, let's find where it says, the foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. So it wasn't that they didn't have enough oil. It wasn't that they didn't take extra oil to persevere. It's that they took no oil at all. Okay? So they didn't have the Holy Spirit. The wise virgins represent the church, the Holy Spirit-filled church. The unwise or the foolish virgins represent everyone else that is waiting for the wedding, that is waiting for the Lord to come back. They may even be waiting for the rapture. They may even have rapture YouTube channels completely dedicated to waiting for Jesus. But the thing is, they have no oil. And why is that? Well, if you break it down even further, they look like the church. They're with the church, waiting for the marriage, waiting for the rapture and to get married. But they aren't actually Jesus' bride. And so that just comes down to people can look the part. They can look religious. They can look like the church. They have their lamp. But when the moment comes where Jesus comes to get his bride and it's announced Jesus is coming, they're going to be found scurrying chaotically around, realizing that they were not ready. And they go even as far as saying, give us some of your oil. And we all know your salvation is your own. You walk your own journey with fear and trembling. You are responsible for believing the gospel on your own. You cannot believe it for anybody else, right? So, of course, the church is like, no, we can't believe the gospel for you. You have to believe it for yourself. And so, at that point when Jesus comes back, it's too late. So, it's unfortunate. And they say, go buy it. Well, we know that salvation can't be bought. It's not something you can work for. It's not something you can earn. So they get left behind. The church goes to the marriage with Jesus. And then afterwards, I think there will be people, the religious people, that realize what happened. And they're like, oh my gosh, the rapture just happened and I got left. But Jesus come back, like, you forgot me. And he's going to say, I don't know you, because they didn't ever believe the gospel. Hopefully they'll have a chance to do it after the rapture, but you can't guarantee that. So, the Lord is going to send, or God's going to send a delusion that everybody will believe the lie that is told to them rather than the truth. And then here it goes even further. Watch, therefore, because you don't know the day or the hour. And we will know the day or the hour when Jesus' second coming happens, because the tribulation gives time markers. We can know the exact day that Jesus returns once the tribulation starts. But we would not know the exact day or hour that the rapture would occur. Even if we have an idea of when it may happen, we won't know for sure. So that's why it says, pay attention, because you won't know for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much my breakdown of it. But yeah, once people start waking up and realizing, oh, we're in the end times, and then at midnight, I personally believe the angel Michael is going to be Jesus' best man. He's going to descend with Jesus at the rapture. He might be the one saying, the bridegroom cometh, come meet him. And we're all going to jump up like, oh my gosh, it's time. And so we're going to rise and trim our lamps. And there's going to be some people that rise and trim their lamps and then realize, oh no, we don't have the one thing that we needed to get to the wedding. And that's the oil, the Holy Spirit. They try to light their lamp. And they're frantically trying to light the lamp. And it sparks up and goes out. Sparks up and goes out. And they realize They messed up. They weren't prepared. And they're locked out. But, yep, that's my little interpretation of the 10 virgins. And for some reason, some translations put it as the 10 bridesmaids. And I think that's where the confusion comes in, as no, if it's the bridesmaids, then it's not the bride, then it has to be someone else. But when it's in KJV and it says the 10 virgins, well, a virgin is someone that is of marriageable age and is pure and ready for marriage. So I personally think that it is representative of, the story is representative of everyone that is waiting for Jesus' return, but not all of them are actually his bride. So, yep, that is my 10 virgins parable breakdown, and let me know what y'all think, or if you have any other ideas to add to it. I do have a few more videos I want to do on the end times, and we'll be getting those out in the next few days. But I appreciate all of your watching and all of your comments. I enjoy reading them. But hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Signed, your for grace, sis.